All right, yogis, we're back here again in the Zen Den for day 17 of the 30 pose journey. I should make a sing along for this already. So day 17, we're still working into our hips, or what I'm calling in the email series, the all the feels experience. So like we talked about yesterday, we're releasing tension, feeling a lot of sensations and tapping into what's coming up for us and using our breath to move it out and make space. So today's pose is Pigeon pose, 𝗙𝗶𝗁𝗃, and we're going to work into King Pigeon pose, learning how to flip the grip in 𝗂𝗏𝗃 Let me say that again, 𝗂𝗏𝗃, which I assume means 1 foot king pigeon. Or yeah, we can Google that later though. So anyway, I invite you to step on your mat. Also, I ask you to be warmed up before you come into this posture, as it's a really deep hip and back opener. So do a little bit of warm-ups and then meet me back here. All right, yogis, let's work into regular 𝗙𝗏𝗁𝗃 pigeon pose. I'm going to show a few modifications before we get started, and know that I have a blanket, 2 blocks, and a strap handy for this sequence, okay? You don't need to have all that, but you can just watch me and then find that kind of stuff later, or go grab it and hit pause. Alrighty, so first up, we come into pigeon pose 𝗙𝗏𝗁𝗃 from our tabletop position by sliding the left knee towards the left wrist, and then sliding the right foot up towards the right wrist, sinking our knee down as we then slide the right foot to the back of the mat. If you're finding that you can't come into this and it's super difficult, take your blanket, fold it up to whatever height you need, and let that hip just rest right here, okay? So blanket supporting the hip. You can also use a block underneath the hip if you need to. You do you, okay? Your journey. So before we lower down into regular pigeon pose, I like to find a lot of length in the chest, lifting up through the sternum and the crown of the head, stretching on the right side, my psoas and my hip flexors. Yeah, so breathing into that space. Let's take 2 deep breaths here, nice and lifted. You can get rid of the blocks and just ground down into your fingertips, whatever feels good. Reach through the crown of the head, 2 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. 1 more round, inhale. And exhale. From here, start to walk the chest down so you can remove those blocks. And start to walk the chest down all the way. You can come to forearms. You can also keep the blocks here, or also rest a block underneath your forehead, just like so. I'm going to remove the blanket now. Feel free to keep it there if you need it. And let's take 5 deep breaths in our pigeon pose, 𝗙𝗏𝗁𝗃. Sending that breath to the left hip, locating where the tension's living, and using the exhale to expel it, release it. So big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhaling, continuing that breath cycle. Two more rounds of breath. Hang out here. You got this. Last round, big inhale. And exhale. Inhale to lift back up. And then we're moving into the king pigeon, okay? So I'm going to shift my whole body a little bit forward. But great poses to do before you come into this, okay, are low lunge, half splits, heart opening and chest opening postures, as well as shoulder opening postures, and a quad stretch. Yeah, because that's what's going on here, right? So if you need, you can bring a block to the outside of the left foot to help you find more length. Excuse me, my microphone is in my way. Lifting up and then bending this back leg, reaching back and reaching with the right arm to grab your back foot, okay? This might be right where you are. And if you can't get your foot, this is where the strap comes into play. So you loop the strap around the back of your foot like so, reach back, and then pull the strap in closer to you, right? So the strap could be back here, or you can start to rotate the shoulder, elbow goes up, and then hug it in, okay? Great place to be. This is where you're working on opening through the quad, the psoas, the hip flexor, all that is happening here. Alrighty, for the purpose of this, I'm gonna let go of my strap, but you can continue to use it. As you start to open through the quadricep here, you might begin to bring the heel a little bit closer, okay? Hang out here, take a few breaths. Alrighty, from here, the next step I like to do is start to slide the foot into the crux of my elbow. And then again, hug the foot in towards the chest to the back. Breathing here. All down that right quadricep. Allowing the back to open, the left hip to soften. Alrighty. Sliding the foot back into the hand, coming into the flip the grip part. So here we go. How this works is that I think I need to shift my, hold on guys, just hold on. I think I need to shift so you can see what's really happening here with my elbow. Alrighty. So from here, grabbing the back foot, you have this foot, right? This front hand can come nice and center to support you. You start to wing the right elbow out to the side and then rotate the shoulder as you open the chest forward. Reach back with the left hand to assist you as you release the right hand and come back to the foot to clasp it. You can stay here with both hands or drop the left hand back down into the earth to help lift the chest a little bit more. If you're here and you're with me, breathe. 3 deep breaths. Slowly release that foot. Try to use a lot of control. Don't let it fling too hard. And then melt the chest back down to the earth. Relax the back. Take a moment. Whew, yeah. Super deep back bend. Alrighty, coming back up. And then definitely practicing on both sides, yeah? So you'll notice, per usual, like we've talked about, one side is way more open and flexible than the other. So make sure you show love to both sides. And let's just recap what we talked about. So you first come into pigeon pose, right? If you're finding that pigeon pose is super challenging, grab that blanket or that block and place it underneath that hip, all right? And then settle that hip onto the prop. From there, you're gonna let the chest melt down. Feel free to use a block for the forehead and hang out for about like 5 to 10, 20, yeah, whatever breaths you need. From there, you lift the chest back up and start to work into the quad stretch. So you bend the back leg, taking it hold with the hand, and slowly bringing that leg closer to your body. That's where you could then recruit your strap, loop it around your back foot, and help bring that closer to you as well. From there, I like to then shimmy the foot into the crux of my elbow, hugging it a little bit more, opening through the quadricep a little bit more, that hip flexor. From there, then we come into the flipping of the grip. So we have the foot in our hand, we wing the elbow out to the side, remember? So you've got the foot. We wing the elbow out to the side and reach it all the way up, and our left hand comes to assist us, takes hold of the foot for a moment, letting us release and completely rotate the shoulder, and then reclasp it, all right? You can then hold it with both hands, really puffing up through the chest, opening through the heart, or release the opposite hand down and let it be a stabilizer for you. So much information. Feel free to hit pause, replay it, do whatever you need to do. Make sure you're really warm. You're not letting the ego come into this space to make a specific shape, but you're focusing on releasing tension and feeling like the yogi badass that I know you are. So again, thank you for joining me on this journey and in the Zen Den, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow. Hey journey goers, Allie here with a huge favor to ask you. If you love practicing yoga alongside me and want more of it, then please subscribe to the channel. By supporting me, you inspire my journey, which then I hope inspires yours. As always, thank you for stepping on the mat with me, for being a part of this community, and for making the commitment to live your journey.